What is up? Gear Squad Chaingear here, bringing the video, and today we are back with a video that I really wanted to make, but I've just been waiting and waiting until the right product came along. If you guys know me, I am a huge controller fanatic. When I had the PlayStation 4, I had a bunch of DualShock 4 controllers, modded ones, no cheats or anything like that, but mostly back buttons. I also bought a lot of, like third-party controllers like Astro and things like that. And to me, the number one thing I need on a controller, especially when I'm playing FPS games. I mean, you guys know me, I play a bunch of Destiny 2, but I also play games like Rogue Company and things like that. But I love a good controller with back buttons. I only need two. I just need to be able to slide or crouch and jump while being able to move around. It just makes things so much easier. Instead of having to, create that muscle memory of moving your thumb from the thumbstick off of it to go do something else, you can constantly look around while sliding, crouching or jumping, and it's just so helpful. So, with the PlayStation 5, with the DualSense controllers, I mean, I can tell you, for me, I've been waiting since launch. Like, when are we going to get a DualSense, back button attachment like the PlayStation 4? I actually really liked the back button attachment on the PlayStation 4. I thought it was really good, very simple, very easy to use. And of course, the biggest thing is that it was cost efficient, right? Like, you didn't have to go buy a $150 controller or even just a $100 controller. Like, all you had to do was buy this attachment, and it could work on any DualShock 4 controller that you had. So I loved that. And I was like, well, when are we going to get a PS5 one, right? When are we going to get a PS5 back button attachment? Well, we don't have one yet. And it's extremely hard to get custom controllers from third-party manufacturers. A lot of those companies are just modification companies. So if you look at an Evil Controllers or an AIM Controllers, like any of these guys, Battle Beaver Customs, like you can get controllers from them. You can get PS5 DualSense controllers from them with back buttons, but it's very difficult to come by. I mean, it's almost as hard as getting a PS5 itself. So it's expensive. It's hard to come by. You can go ahead and try and do that, but it was just really difficult for me. So look, I was like, the Astro hasn't made a controller, Razer hasn't made a controller, and we're still waiting for the third-party ones to be able to be readily available, the modifications. Is there any way I can get back buttons on my DualSense? Yes. The answer is yes. The answer is eXtremeRate. eXtremeRate has come and saved the rescue. eXtremeRate Rise Remap Kit for the PS5 controller. This is the box that it comes in. When you open it, it looks something like this. Basically, they give you a back plate, some tools, some screws, some ribbon bands, and when you get it, guys, I'm telling you, it took me a little bit to get it all set up and ready to go, but when you get it, I'm telling you, when you get this all set up, it is totally worth it. Let me show you. This is a normal DualSense, right? This is a normal DualSense. Excuse the, of course, control freaks on them. This is a normal, there we go, a normal DualSense controller. At least that's what it looks like from the front. But from the back, it's all black. It's got a grip texture on it, a grip texture on it, and of course, it's got back buttons on it. Guys, this took me probably 30 minutes to do. And it took me a little bit longer in total because I took it all out. I really made sure everything was clean and all that stuff. And there were a bunch of different directions to be able to get these buttons remapped to all the buttons on your controller. But if you are just looking to get like the face buttons or the D-pad to be able to be remapped to either of these paddles, it will take you 15 to 30 minutes. And this only cost me about $30 to $40. I'll find a link, put it in the description for you guys. I'm telling you, this is 100% worth it. Again, this is what a normal DualSense looks like from the front, and from the back, you can actually get different types of grips for the back. If you want a normal white back, just like the one that was originally on my DualSense, you can get a normal white back. That way it doesn't look any different, and it'll still come with the the 2 back buttons. You can do that. There's no problem with that. But if you want it to look custom, you want to change it up, then you can do that like I did. Get a black textured one on the back. And I'm telling you guys, the texture is really, really nice. It's kind of got this rubberized finish. I actually have a couple custom controllers for my PlayStation 4 that also have this rubberized texture, which is why I bought it. I don't even think it was that much more expensive if it was more expensive, but really it's all about the clickiness of these buttons, guys. Let me go ahead and I hope you guys can hear this. The mic's right below me, so I hope you can hear that. The clickiness is just like a mouse click. And it's so nice. It's so responsive. They're not too responsive where, if you're just kind of holding onto the controller that they're just going to click. But, it is one of those things where you got to get a feel for it. I mean, once you realize the pressure of it, and if you guys, intentionally are pressing your buttons, I don't think you're going to have a problem with this. But they're tactile. I really, really like them. They're just like mouse click buttons. You also have this little center button here where if you press and hold that for about 3 seconds, then you're able to remap any of the buttons that you set up to be remapped to any of these back buttons. The back buttons are called K1 and K2. And so for me, when I play Destiny, I slide with the circle button. Instead, I slide with K1. And then I jump, of course, with the X button, and I jump instead with K2. That's the only change that I have here. But I'm telling you, it's not an expensive kit. This kit is not expensive. And if you have a second controller, just in case something happens, you don't want to chance anything, then I would go ahead. I would definitely go for this. This was not a hard build. This was not difficult. eXtremeRate did a very, very good job. Now, eXtremeRate does have some other custom options. You can get like different buttons for your D-pad and different buttons for your face buttons, and you can get extended, L1, L2 triggers and stuff like that. But for me, I just wanted one thing: the 2 back buttons. So if you guys were wondering, hey, is there ever going to be a back button attachment? I'm sure there is going to be. Can you wait for one? That's up to you. If you guys want to wait for an official third-party controller to come out from Astro, if you guys want to wait until, we get full controller support from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 or something crazy like that, then wait. Go for it. But for me, I was getting really, really tired of waiting. So I decided to go ahead and get the eXtremeRate, right? Yeah, eXtremeRate Project Rise. That's what it is. Let me show you guys the box again. eXtremeRate Rise Remap Kit for the PlayStation 5 controller. And again, I guess the chip is called Project Rise that makes it work. But I love this thing. I highly recommend it. If you guys have been waiting for a new PS5 controller with, of course, back button attachments, or even like the smart triggers, I don't know if anybody has the controllers like that also feel like mouse buttons or anything, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm telling you guys, there isn't really, I can go ahead, I'll probably stream with this controller, of course, so if you want to see me playing with it, I don't think you'll really see a difference outside of me sliding and looking around or jumping and looking around. But I'm telling you, I love this controller. I really do think it's going to make a difference for me. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Either way, I will see you guys online. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.